and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my first ever first impression / wear test for a foundation today that I have never tried, obviously. So I'm going to be using the Nars Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation. I just picked this up from Ulta the other day, and so yeah, if you want to hear my thoughts, if you want to see what it looks like throughout my day, it is currently like 10:30. I will grab my watch in a minute and I will show you, and we're gonna go ahead and see what this is like. So if you are interested in this, then please continue watching. Let's do this. Okay, so it is currently 10:12 in the morning. And so today I'm going to be testing out this Nars Longwear or Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I've had my eye on this for some time. I absolutely adore the Nars, what is this, the Soft Matte Complexion Foundation. I love this. I used that on my wedding day, and it is very nice. But I wanted to try this one because this one has so many good reviews, and I hear a lot of my favorite YouTubers, they talk about this often. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I have the shade Light 1 in Oslo, which is what I also have for my soft matte. Let's see. So it comes wrapped up very nicely. It's a very nice luxe bottle. It's very large. It's a very large bottle. So this is the packaging. It says shake well. So yeah, I'll just show that there. It's very, very nice and very weighted. It does have a pump, which is nice. So let me go ahead and share the claims for this foundation. So give me a sec. So I looked on Sephora, and if I can, I will pop it up here on this screen. This foundation is supposed to be long wearing. It says up to 16 hours of wear. It's supposed to be buildable to up to full coverage. It has a natural finish. So we're going to try to see what this is like. This is on the box, meet Nars' first long wear foundation that looks stronger, stays longer, and with skin recognition pigments for the truest color match at 16 hours of wear, featuring Nars' skin optimizing complex, which is raspberry, apple, and watermelon extracts for smoother, healthier looking skin. So without further ado, let's go ahead and give this guy a whirl. So I've already primed my skin with my normal Smashbox primer, and I just have my e.l.f. sponge from the other day, and I'm just going to pump a little bit of this. Oh, we gotta warm up the pump. Okay, so I did about 2 pumps there. I'm sure I will need more. It's liquidy. It's a little bit of a thinner foundation, but it's definitely not as thin as the soft matte. So it's got a little bit of thickness to it. So there that is right there. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm actually going to use a brush first. We're going to change it up. So I'm going to use, this is my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush here. I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to place that and kind of buff that in, stipple it in, whatever. Just like so. It's very, very soft on the skin. It's very lightweight. I guess I should remember this is on my hand and not put it all over my dress. That would be helpful. I'm just going to do one side first, just so we can compare to my lovely acne covered skin, plus with the foundation on it, and just kind of see. So I've already used all of that, so definitely, like, for me, I would need a little bit more, but I also like much more full coverage. I'm not into the natural because I want to just cover this all up. Okay, but you do whatever you want. So I just put a half a pump just to finish the rest of this side, and just building that up like so. I'm looking in the mirror. In the mirror, up close, it looks very, very nice, very smooth. I'm going to go in now and do the rest with my sponge. So off first impression on this one side, it's very, very buildable for sure. I can still see a little bit of redness peeking through, like, but that's not a big deal to me, and like my acne scars are still there, but we'll see if I need to add another coat or not. But on like the first impression on just this side, it looks very, very, it does look natural. It's a little caked up, like my texture right there, it's a little but that's just more of my crazy skin right now. So yeah, so here's up close on that side. I don't know if you can see a difference yet, but this is my not so great looking side. This guy like literally just popped up while I was sleeping, so that was nice. So yeah, so this is with and without. So we have that there. I'm adjusting my lighting here. Okay, so now I'm going to do everything that I just did over here, and I'm going to do it over here now. So I'm going to take a few more pumps. One thing is that it does give like a small amount in a pump. Like when I press down, that's all that came out in one pump. It's a very like short amount of time to pump. So for me, like 3 pumps probably on each side. I'm going to do this side with a sponge. It's very, very pretty going on, and it's like a very good color match, which is good because, you know, my soft matte one is this color, so it would be weird if they were different colors. It's very, very, very thin, but very buildable. You can still see that acne right there. So once I'm done, I might add a little bit more, or that's where I could add some concealer. I want to try their soft matte concealer, or their potted concealer. I hear soft matte potted concealer, I think is what it is. Everybody's like raving about it. I don't think it's a new product. I think it's just like an oldie but goodie type thing. But I'm interested in it as well. And I've never used this. I've only had like that soft matte for maybe 8 months until like this last year. I have never used, there we go, I had never used a Nars product, so I'm not super familiar with the brand, but like the few products I do have from them I do really like. For my birthday in July, I got like the Sephora birthday gift, and I did like the Nars, it's a cream bronzer or a powder bronzer, and then like a lip balm, and I really like that. Very nice. Okay, so just blending that in my forehead, in between my brows, over my brows, because I'm probably not doing much with them today. And then I'm going to take just that tiny bit that's left, and I'm going to apply that right here to this guy, see if that does anything. I'm just putting a little on my nose because I will be wearing my glasses. Okay, so now that that is applied, let me take a step back here and just kind of assess the situation. A little bit more there. Okay, so looking at it, it does look very, very, like it's definitely different compared to the soft matte, which, you know, is what it's supposed to be. So it's definitely more of a natural finish. I will have to powder because I can already tell, like, I will have a little bit of creasing, but I always have creasing here in my smile lines and right under my chin. No matter what I do, it will always crease. So I'm not like, that's not this foundation, that's every foundation. Or just me and my techniques that don't work. I don't know. But, so upon looking at that, it's very, very smooth. It's definitely helped with my pores are a lot smoother, a lot less texture. I'm trying to decide. It looks a tad bit, I don't know, like it just looks a tad bit like cakey, I guess. Just like right under my eyes here. That could just be that I applied too much. It also is, I don't normally wear Radiant or dewy finish foundations. I pretty much have all matte foundations, so this is also like kind of new to me as well. Just the different finish and like what that does. But overall, like the coverage is there. This, you know, I don't think anything's covering that up, if we're being honest. I might slap a little bit of concealer on there, but overall it did do a pretty decent job at coverage. It's definitely buildable, and it's definitely full coverage, I would say, minus this right here, but everything else seems to have been covered up. So I'm gonna do my very best here to give you like a nice zoomed in look. So here is my complexion. It's very, very, I like the finish. It's just different for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face off camera, and then when I come back, I will give you kind of like what I'm gonna do for my wear test, and I will tell you about my check-ins, and then we will go from there. So yeah, hold on. Okay, and we are back with my finished face. So far, I am loving it. It is currently 10:46 in the morning, so I've had this on now for doing the process, it's been about 30 minutes. And it looks very, very natural. Like, it doesn't look too dewy. It's also not matte. So I'm loving like the finish of it, and my under eyes look very nice. Like, the concealer took to it well, which, I mean, it's the Nars concealer that I used. I will link all the products I used down below. My highlighter, I tried that Jaclyn Cosmetics putty highlighter again. I haven't used it yet. Well, I've used it once, but it's not showing texture. The foundation didn't separate. It's not separating around my nose. This will be the first spot that I think will go. So I really tried to like powder my smile lines and then around my nose here really well, just to keep that in place as much as possible. So yeah, so this is the finished look so far. It just looks very, very natural. Like, I feel like it's just my skin, just so much better than my skin. So I am loving it. So what I will do, here's a real close-up of my skin. I really like it so far, but first impression of how it wears for like the first 30 minutes might be a lot different than how it wears, 10 hours from now. I will not be doing full 16 hours because I have school tomorrow and I'm not staying up that late. So my goal is to wear it for at least 8 hours, which shouldn't be an issue. So I will probably do like a check-in at 4 hours, and then at the end of the day, I might do one more in there, just depending on if I remember. I've never done this before, so I'm gonna have to set a reminder to remind myself that I need to do this check-in. So yeah, so stay tuned for our first check-in, and we will go from there. So yeah, awesome. Well, I'm gonna go do my things that I have to do today, and I will be back. Alright guys, so I am in for my first check-in. It's been about 5 hours or so. It is 3:17 on my watch here. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's upside down, whatevs. It's 3:18 now. But it's been about 5 hours, and so far I am loving how this foundation looks. Like, loving. For someone who typically wears more matte, this is stunning. I will take my glasses off, and I will just I'm very transparent. There's no reason to hide it. It's not like I'm affiliated with this company at all. So why would I lie? This right here, you will see that it has rubbed away here. You will also see this lovely, like, watery mess here. That is not the foundation. That is the leaky eye doing its thing. So if you haven't watched my channel before, my right eye has an overactive tear duct, and there's literally nothing that I have ever been able to do about it. I've talked to my eye doctor. Like, there's just nothing. I just have to live with that. So I don't wear makeup every day because my eye literally waters and waters and waters. So this is what happens when it does that, and it does typically run, it's the corner of my eye, and it just runs down my nose. So, like, for me, I will touch that up. But other than that, the foundation is looking like it's definitely, like, separated and stuff under my eye. But the rest of my face looks very, very nice. So it's been about five or so hours. So I will check back in around 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I will give you my final wear test thoughts. But so far, overall, I am loving this. So I'm just going to touch up this crappy leaky eye crap. And then I have a few more errands to run, and then we're celebrating my husband's mother's birthday, and we're doing a little dinner and cooking for them. So, and I've been running errands all day. I've been outside. And it still looks just as good as it did when I first applied it. I'm definitely starting to get some more of my natural oils coming through, but other than that, it's looking pretty good. So I will check back in with you in about 4 hours. Okay guys, so I am back with my final check-in. So I've been wearing this. It's 8 o'clock. I don't know if you can see that. It's 7:59. So I've worn this now for about 10 hours, which is plenty long enough for me. So based off of what it looks like in the mirror here, my left side is always my better side because this side constantly waters and my tear leakage crap always, you know, rolls down my nose, rolls down my cheek. So that typically ruins a lot of my makeup here. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I'm definitely like missing, like it's a little patchy here, and that's not necessarily the foundation. That's just from this leaking water. Like you can see a lot of the foundation has rubbed off under my eye, like pretty much like this area, like that triangle shape is like what always goes for me. So doing foundation wear tests are gonna be a little difficult for me just because of that, but as long as you just like know that, then you know I can give a little bit more of a transparency on the rest of my face. The other side looks pretty good. I do have a little bit of like a tad bit of separation here. Like it looks like some of it might have transferred just right here. I didn't wear a mask or anything today, so I'm not sure why, just in that one area, maybe I rubbed it or something, but my forehead looks pretty okay. My chin, though, has definitely separated quite a bit, so a lot of it has worn off on my chin. However, a lot of my foundations, there's very few that do like stay on. Like this one does for the most part, and then my Estee Lauder Double Wear does. I mean, this thing is just like a holy grail. Like you need this, but that's not for today's video. Those typically do well, and I mean right now I'm having hormonal acne, so like my skin imbalances of my hormones are definitely imbalanced right now, so something to take in consideration. My skin is not at its best currently, but like my chin does feel oily, my forehead feels oily, so like my natural oils have definitely come through. Would I say, based off of my first impression, that you need this foundation based off of how it wore today? I mean, for someone who only pretty much wears matte, I don't think this is a bad foundation by any means, and I definitely think if you have normal skin, dry skin, I mean, this claims for all skin types. I just struggle because of this, but the rest of my face looks pretty good. I wouldn't say that you necessarily need to spend $49 on this, because this one, the Estee Lauder, is like, I will die with this. Like this is what everyone needs. This is the cult classic, favorite, holy grail. You need this. So this is like $42 versus $49. This is the most expensive foundation I have. So considering this one wears better, I'm gonna say this is not worth $49 on my skin. Your skin might do better. It's all up to like your every individual skin type. For the most part, I would say it looks decent. Like it definitely didn't wear off to where it's super noticeable. Like you can't, no one's gonna notice this from far away. So, and only I know what's going on here. But it does get a little like cakey and dry looking right here. And like I wear glasses, so it rubs off. My nose never looks that great. But those are just my first thoughts. So like, it's definitely good. I just know for me, this is not worth what I can get the $42 Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation to do. So that is like my thoughts. You can comment below if you've ever tried this, or if you have any tips or tricks on what it does well for you and like how you make it work well. Could have been my skincare that was laid down underneath it. Like could have been any of those types of things that also caused it. But for the most part, I think it wore pretty well for the fact that I was outside. I was busy today. I never really sat down. I was on the go for most of my day. So yeah, so I think the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer is good. I don't think it's necessary though, and I definitely think you can find some better foundations that are luxury and drugstore to compete with this. But I'm going to keep doing and playing with this and just kind of seeing, and definitely I'm going to test it out with wearing a mask when I go back to school and just see what that's like. So yeah, so those are my final thoughts. Like I said, if you have tried it or if you want to try it, please let me know down in the comments below. I will link the rest of my look that I did down below as well. So yeah, so please subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, share it out on social media. I would love to get a wider audience and just get my voice out there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video and join me next time for the next one. Bye!